Now that we are in the middle of the NFL training camp season, there have been several injuries around the league, and in today's video I will cover every notable injury. Starting off, of course, there's a tragic injury to one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
And that is Andy Dalton of the Carolina Panthers. So you may know him of his glory days with the Bengals. However, nowadays he's the backup for the Panthers. He had a quad injury, and it looks like he could be out for up to a month, so not looking good for the Red Rifle. And there are two lesser-known quarterbacks that also got hurt this week. The first is some guy named Justin Herbert on the Chargers. He has an injury to his right foot.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening!
There's not any real risk that he's going to miss any game time, but he does have to be in a walking boot for a few weeks, and this injury could affect him throughout the season, so he might not be quite as mobile as you hope. And then Geno Smith, the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, also has an injury. This one is a little more up there. All we know is that he had imaging on his hip and his knee, and it turned out that nothing is wrong. So I don't know, maybe he just wanted to get some x-rays or something, but there seems to be no real concern that it will affect his play or that he will miss any game time. And not to forget at quarterback, but Russell Wilson, the new Steelers quarterback, likely the Steelers starting quarterback, is on the injury report. He has a strained calf, likely what Joe Burrow had last year, and with Joe Burrow last year, it did not work out. So there's not a definitive timeline with this, and he's just been sitting out. Most people don't think he's going to miss any game time. However, he's missing the practice with the first year with the team, so he's not bonding with the wide receivers. They're not becoming best friends, and maybe they're becoming best friends with Justin Fields, although reports are he has been a bit erratic. Then at the running back position, there's some minor injuries as well. The biggest one is Josh Jacobs of the Green Bay Packers. He has a groin injury.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No!
One of the funniest injuries, in my opinion. And it is not likely to take him out of any serious time. But when you start the year off with a new team on a prove-it deal with an injury to your groin, not a good start. So we'll see if this lingers or not over the next few weeks. It does not seem to be serious, but it is worth keeping an eye on. And then some young guys, so Jonathan Brooks, he had an ACL tear last year. The Panthers drafted him with that. He's going to be a rookie, and it looks like he'll be back by about week 4. So that's no new news, but just an update. He's doing good. And then Kendre Miller, the Saints player that is in his second year, unfortunately had another injury with a hamstring, with a pulled hamstring. So last year, he got injured several times. He was injured in college several times. Now to start off this year, he's injured again. So this is a bit unfortunate. It seems like his career is off to a rocky start before it even really got started. At wide receiver, Deandre Hopkins at the Tennessee Titans has a hurt knee. He will likely be back by the season, but there's a chance he could miss a game or two. But since he will miss the next month, this means he's missing all of training camp, all of the bonding with Will Levis, the young QB, and under the new offense, so this could really hurt his full season outlook. Another wide receiver injury is the Steelers' rookie wide receiver, Roman Wilson. He had a high ankle sprain and is going to be out for about 6 weeks. There's a decent chance he makes it back by week 1, but if he does, unfortunately, he won't have had a rookie year training camp. And then there's a bunch of minor injuries to wide receivers that I guess don't seem to be serious enough to me or our wide receivers that you only know if you're a diehard fan. So the only other one I'm going to mention is Rashad Bateman, wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens, has some sore ribs, so he did miss practice, but again, this won't be a serious issue. On the offensive line, Sua Opeta, who was a former Eagle, just signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Unfortunately, he did tear his ACL, so he is out for the year. And Jonah Jackson, who's a guard who just signed with the Rams, hurt his shoulder, and he's out listed as week to week. But week to week means, we're going to talk about it in a week, and it could be several more. So this can likely lead to the first few games of the regular season. On the defensive line, there were several injuries around the league that were pretty major injuries, season-ending injuries even. So Samuel Williams, a DE for Dallas, tore his ACL. He's out for the year. Samson Ebukam, who's a defensive end for the Colts, he tore his Achilles, even worse. He's out for the year as well. And then John Kaminsky, a defensive end for Detroit, tore his MCL, and he is likely to be out for most of the season, however, could come back for the very end. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they've been hit a bit hard, but Yaya Diaby, he's going into his second year. He's out of Louisville. He was a very good defensive player. He had 7.5 sacks his rookie year. Unfortunately, he has a high ankle sprain, and that's the bad version of the ankle sprain. And while he will likely be back for the start of the season, he will be a bit limited and won't be his full self for a while. Then finally, defensive backs. So Darion Kendrick of the Los Angeles Rams likely has a torn ACL. Mekhi Blackman, another DB for the Vikings, also has a torn ACL, so of course they're both out for the year. And then Darius Williams, another DB for the Rams. Bad day to be a Rams DB, but he has a hamstring injury and will probably be back for the regular season. So I think that is all the major injuries around the NFL. Sorry if I missed any, but I just thought it would be an easy way to see what's happened around the league within a quick 10-minute video. So if you liked the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe down below, and comment down below, and I will see you later.